In 2014, increased electrical demand in Central Florida prompted Florida Power & Light to initiate a major transmission line project to ensure continued system stability and reliability in the area. The Sanford North Longwood project involved rebuilding FPL's existing 8.5 miles of 230 kV line between the FPL Sanford plant and the FPL Duke Energy North Longwood interconnect. FPL's commitment to environmental excellence and innovative approach to unprecedented environmental challenges turned this major transmission project into an environmental success story. It was clear from the beginning that the project involved extensive work in wetlands. In July 2014, a year before the start of construction, the team conducted a comprehensive environmental due diligence while the project was still conceptual. The assessment revealed several unanticipated and daunting environmental obstacles. The project included work in wetland conditions rarely encountered, the presence of large fluctuations in water depths, deep muck deposits, bald eagle nests, dense populations of gopher tortoises, and archaeological middens presented environmental risks that required unique solutions. The decision to complete the environmental due diligence early in the project planning enabled the team to address these and other environmental challenges and prevent project delays. The extensive work in protected wetlands caused two challenges. First, the team had to reduce permanent wetland impacts to avoid lengthy permitting that would have delayed the project. The team also had to figure out how to work safely with minimal impacts in submerged wetlands with fluctuating water levels and 50-foot deep muck. These wetland conditions presented the project with highly unusual construction obstacles and uncertainty of schedule execution and cost. FPL selected a relatively new approach to wetland access that was quick, affordable, safer than the alternatives, construction-friendly, and resulted in low impact to the environment. The project constructed a temporary board road using New South Imtech mats. The board road created a stable work surface in submerged wetlands. This Imtech mat system can support equipment up to 175,000 pounds while causing a downward ground pressure of only 4 pounds per square inch. That's equivalent to half the pressure of a typical human footprint. The board road reduced permanent wetland impacts by approximately 2 acres and enabled the team to cut the permitting time frame in half. Another challenge involved 2 bald eagle nests within close proximity to planned work. It is generally unacceptable under federal law to interfere with bald eagle breeding, feeding, or sheltering activities. The U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service opposes construction activities within 660 feet of nests during October 1st through May 15th. Typical nesting season in Florida. Due to transmission line clearance and plant outage constraints, construction was planned during that time. Extraordinary efforts were made to avoid construction near the nests during nesting season. A portion of the transmission corridor was rerouted to avoid one nest. Rerouting corridor required new easement agreements with 3 separate municipalities, negotiations with government agencies, and collaboration with Duke Energy and Florida Gas Transmission. The construction schedule was accelerated to complete major construction activities near the second nest prior to October 1st to avoid potential interference with eagle breeding activities. The schedule involved an elaborate outage risk management plan and detailed clearance planning between FPL, Duke Energy, and the FPL Sanford plant. The project resulted in new best practices. Gopher tortoises within the planned work areas were relocated during warmer weather to avoid prohibitions on capturing tortoises during cold weather. Fencing was installed to exclude new tortoises from entering the work areas. These actions prevented construction delays while protecting resident tortoises. In addition, an environmental compliance oversight plan was developed. The plan detailed the levels of oversight needed during activities in wetlands, in the areas near tortoises and the bald eagle nest, as well as adjacent to the archaeological midden. Archaeologists were hired to inspect the Native American Indian midden within the easement to confirm that it was not an Indian burial site. This midden contained artifacts including ceramics, wood tools, and human teeth dated to 5000 BC. The archaeologists provided regular updates to the State Historic Preservation Office and provided guidance to engineering regarding where best to install 2 poles to minimize impacts to any artifacts. The project was successfully completed with 0 injuries, despite the numerous sightings of black bear, cottonmouth snakes, and alligators, 0 environmental violations, $3.2 million under budget, and 1 month ahead of schedule. The extraordinary efforts made by this project team exemplify FPL's unwavering commitment to environmental excellence.